Hello. And welcome back to my stream. Is I felt like a little bit more fun, play with the delay and play with all the weird stuff that makes me go wee 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 wee. Because I kind of like it when the things go wee 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 wee. You know that. Anyways, I was sitting home bored. The television wasn't funny, and well, yeah, I thought let's make something up tempo. Yeah, just dance for like 5 minutes or something. Bringing like a bass line. Da, 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 da. Yeah, as you can hear, I'm a child of the 90s with like 90s bass drums and all that kind of stuff. And I say, yeah, let's bring in some funk. Yeah, why not? comfort of your own house, making house, and people give you telephone calls about stupid stuff and whatever. Just jam it out. Yeah, more people should do that because it's funny. And then you can share it with your friends and say like, hey, I'm on the YouTube, I'm doing crazy stuff, doing my weird little dance and standing here with the headphones on and just wondering, what shall I do tonight? Shall I watch silly ass television? Or shall I just be bored and like sit on the toilet and I know, read a magazine? Or shall I just move a little bit around? Healthy. Gotta stay moving, grooving, and all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's nice. It's always funny. So, being this fellow locked up in my dungeon with all my toys and all that kind of stuff, feel free to say what you want. Because it's quite funny if people tell me things. I like to know who you are. Because I'm showing why. I'm a lunatic with a studio. Yeah. And I like to make music that sets with my mood. And, well, it's always easier to try to be happy. You know, with violins and little dolls and stuff that makes you smile. Yeah. Because a smile is a beautiful thing, I know. I have a beautiful one. My mama gave it to me, which is quite nice. Ooh, this is quite nice. Let's slow it down a little bit. And that's the beautiful thing, because we all like it if life makes you run and you find this place where you say like, I can chill out, wind down. I bet that's the reason why a lot of people do this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Build themselves a castle, and in this castle they can play. And then they say to everybody, look at me. Look at me. I like it when people look at me. Well, if I ask for it. Gotta be honest. Though it reminds me a little bit. I used to travel a little bit, and there was this place I was in Melbourne. And every day I did shopping because I like fresh food and all that kind of stuff, which is nice. Feed yourself. My sister, she came to my house and she had a look at me and she saw my t-shirt and she looked at me and said, you look healthier. You don't look like a walking corpse. Which, well, is a good thing. And she said, it suits you. Normally you have like this weird like pony face and all that kind of stuff. And that's not always nice. No. Gotta stay healthy. Take care of yourself. Ooh, clap. I like claps. Anyways, I was telling you I was in Australia, and every day I sat down in this little cafe. And in this little cafe, I had like lunch. And mind you, I was traveling, so I had my hair out. And now I got like this ponytail and shit, but look, I look like a freaking lion. Rawr! And at the time, I had like a beard. So I had this long hair and I had this beard, and I was sitting there enjoying my food. And someday this dude came up and he said, "You are him." And I had no clue what he was talking about. None whatsoever. No. But he said, "I think it's you." And he started to tell me his whole life story. It was a long ass story, but then again, I was eating lunch. And you gotta admit, if you're eating lunch and somebody's telling you a story, it's nice. I enjoyed it. So I had a big smile eating my sandwich. I asked the guy, "Do you want to eat something?" He said, "Yeah, I'm a little bit hungry." At the time, I felt like, why not? So I gave him a sandwich right off my plate. I ordered him a drink, and he enjoyed it. He ate it and he started telling me more about his life story, which was like a very complicated story with his family and his girlfriend and all kind of stuff you don't want to know. But after the lunch, he said thank you, and he said, "I'm gonna tell all my friends." So the next day, when I had my lunch, this other fellow came up and he said, "I think you are the guy that the other guy was telling about, and I want to tell you my life story." And so he did. He sat down and he told me a story about his life. It was interesting, not so interesting. I want to repeat it, but still, it was interesting enough. I listened and I smiled and I shared my food with that fellow. The next day, some other fellow came. I asked him and he said, "Why, every time I'm sitting here having lunch, somebody comes up to me and tells me their life story, pointing at me, saying, 'You're him.'" And he said, "Well, a few days ago, this fellow came and he said, 'I met Jesus,' and everybody laughed at him, and they said, 'No way.' He said, yeah, I met this guy with long hair, with a beard. I told him my life story. He didn't say fuck off. No, he said, 'No, sit down and tell me your story.' And I did. He did. And he thought it was beautiful. So he told his friend went because he was curious. And he saw me with my long hair, my beard, and he saw my smile, the beautiful smile my mother gave to me. And he sat down, he told his life story, he went back, and he told his friend. What I didn't know was behind the shopping center was this homeless shelter. This shelter, this house full of people that had no place to go. I got my studio. My studio is my house. I paid for it, it's mine. But those fellows, they didn't have it. And they sat down and they told their life story, and they liked it because they needed somebody who was listening to them. And I was the one. And they liked it, and they told all their friends and all that kind of shit. And it was fun. Which was good, because after I left Australia, because, well, travels come to an end, I went to Amsterdam. And in Amsterdam, I had a job as a teacher. I kid you not. I was a teacher in a homeless shelter. And everybody, they looked at me and they said, "Hey, you're that guy that teaches and preaches and tells funny stuff about their life. And we kind of want to hear it. We think you're a sucky teacher because you don't really teach us a lot. But then again, the life lessons, we kind of enjoy them because you might be a weird fellow, but you never walk to us and say like, 'Hey, I got a finger and I want to point it in your face.' No. You got that smile. a beautiful one. So yeah. Anyways, enough mumbling and weird stuff because I can talk about my life all day. Well, kinda. I see on the screen that like everybody is looking at me. I don't know if they want to hear more music or just want to see me talk about my life and play with my hair and all that kind of shit. I don't know. But I'm sure that somebody is going to tell me sooner or later. Where are you? Yeah, it's kind of like that record I used to play when I was a kid. It was from Pink Floyd, and I think it was the third song or something of the Wall. And you heard like, "Is there anybody out there?" I wish I knew, but then again, sooner or later I will find out. I will find out, yeah, because I can look at the statistics. I like statistics. I'm a numbers type of guy. That's why sometimes I can be angry in life because the numbers don't add up. And if the numbers don't add up, all the other stuff doesn't add up. And if it doesn't add up, you're basically fucked. Yeah! And that's the thing I really don't like. No. I like rhythms and I like blues. I like rhythm and blues. I like the movie The Blues Brothers, especially when they crash all the cars together and they say like, yeah! That's quite nice, yeah. Reminds me of when I was young. Because, yeah, I remember my cousin. He actually had the CD with the music of the Blues Brothers and all that kind of stuff. And we would pop it in and listen to it. Yeah. It's the same cousin that actually showed me house music. Yeah. It's nice. The first time I heard it, it made such an impression. It was so mechanical. It was so wild. Ah. Mm. I quite enjoy that. Well, I'm sure there is more to talk about, but I think I want a coffee. So, if you want more and you want to know about my life, ask for it. You might get it. Till next time, crazy folks.